And you mentioned Enniskillen Gaels. They beat Gowna by one. No, they beat Gowna on penalties by 5 penalties converted to Gowna's 3. It was 117 to 214 after extra time. And the one thing, Matt, that you have to give Enniskillen, they have composure, because the two teams were neck and neck throughout the entire game. And then for the first time, like in the second minute of injury time, Enniskillen Gaels fell behind for the first time, and they held their nerve. Owen Beacom hits over that free to send it into extra time. And then when extra time starts, Gowna quickly rattled off the first 3 points in the first 4 minutes of extra time. It was Keane Madden hit 2 and Conor Casey hit 1. But then Enniskillen Gaels equalised. Ethan Beresford with 1 and Conor Love hit 2 to draw them right back. They showed time and time again serious composure, and then in penalties as well, converting their 5. Huge credit has to go to their mentality to get through this test.
Yeah, it has to definitely. They were outstanding in that way, and bounce back ability, like in club level as well, with the weather conditions and everything, to get back into the game. It's incredible. And what they have as well is a diamond up front, Conor Love. He scored 2-9 in 2 games, I think, for Enniskillen Gaels. Like, he's incredible form. He scored 2-7 for play. It's incredible, really. And we knew he had this potential playing for Fermanagh. I knew he had the potential. He's a pretty good player. But it'll be interesting to see how Kilcoo deal with this guy, because he is an incredible footballer. And yeah, Gowna, they seem like a good team in Cavan, and they seem like a good team in this particular game here. But Enniskillen Gaels, they kept at it, they kept on their quotas, and eventually won on penalties as well. And they score 5 penalties in a shootout as well. I know we're against penalties and all that, but it was an incredible performance on penalties as well. To score 5 out of 5. That's incredible, really, and it does show their composure. So think about it. Enniskillen Gaels could put it up to Kilcoo. Like, if Kilcoo were on an off day, Enniskillen Gaels have diamonds, as we said, in Conor Love. They do have the temperament. They do have the bounce back ability. They have everything on their side, really. They have good quality in their team. And Fermanagh teams usually make it tough in Ulster, because they're usually defensive as well. So I wouldn't back against Enniskillen Gaels, to be honest with you. I know Kilcoo will go in as big favourites in this game. But as we said previously, Kilcoo haven't performed well in the championship up until the Ballybay game yesterday, of course. So, like, there's a chance that they could take their eye off the ball, and Enniskillen could take advantage.
Yeah, no, without doubt. Luke, there's a question here in the box here for you. It's from the WW. Do you think that Enniskillen can beat Kilcoo? So say that you think that they can. How do you think they can best go about that?
Yeah, well, look, I think, like, Matt makes a good point there, that, like, Enniskillen, like, they know what they're doing in Ulster. Like, they're not one of these sides that you can say, look, they've won their provincial, they've won their county title for the first time in ages, and they're just going to give it a crack in Ulster. Like, they've been up in Ulster in knockout games plenty, and that, look, they've got a great strong defensive setup as well, based off, look, we saw that the weekend as well. They have the scores there as well. Conal Jones as well is still doing the business at centre half forward as well. So look, they have good players. They have a good system in there as well. They don't have the same quality of players as Kilcoo probably by a good bit. So I do think that, look, I would be amazed if Kilcoo slip up to them as well. I think Kilcoo look like they've got their momentum back as well. And look, we've talked about this before already, that you see Curfin did it the year of their 3 in a row. They absolutely stumbled out of Galway that year. They barely got out of Galway whatsoever. As soon as they get into the provincials, they blitz everyone. And look, I think Kilcoo might do a similar pattern, at least until the final against the Glen. I'd say, look, they've beaten Ballybay comfortably. A Ballybay side who beat Crossmaglen, who we were talking very fancifully of a few weeks ago. So look, I think they've blitzed them, and I wouldn't be surprised that if they have about 6 or 7 points to spare over Enniskillen.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree that I think Enniskillen have to be on their A game, and they also need Kilcoo to really drop the ball a little bit and to be there for the taking. Speak